Hello everyone, my name is Shivani Gulati and I'm based in Mumbai, India currently. I'm a student of Masters in Inclusive Design program in Ontario College of Arts and Design, Toronto, Canada. I'll be presenting multi-sensory artwork translation of Storm Over the Fields by Carl Scheafer, painted in the year 1937. In the next part of the video, I'll be sharing a few slides to describe the details about the artist, the artwork, my big idea, and then we'll showcase the multi-sensory translation prototype along with a small voluntary activity. To participate in the activity, the material needed have been listed in the description. I hope you enjoy the video and take away an amazing experience by the end of it. Moving ahead, I'll share my slides.
To start with, I would like to talk about the artist first. Carl Scheafer was a distinguished Canadian artist, noted not only for his work as a painter and printmaker, but also for his service as an official war artist and his role as a teacher and mentor. Born in Hanover, Ontario, Canada, Scheafer is often identified as a regionalist based on his attachment to the rural landscape, which provided inspiration for his work. From 1921 to 1924, he studied at Ontario College of Art in Toronto under the direction of J. E. H. MacDonald, Arthur Lismer, G. A. Reid, Robert Holmes, and others. Scheafer began teaching at Toronto's Centre Technical School in 1930 and subsequently held several teaching positions, including long tenure at the Ontario College of Art. In his earliest work, Scheafer showed a great interest in Northern European 16th-century painters as Peter Bruegel. From 1933 to 1942, his work was marked by a transition from a decorative or geometric style to realistic, occasionally allegorical approach to landscape and still life. He once quoted, "There is one thing every painter must do, and this is to know how his environment and achieve a proper balance between the technical means and the emotional expression." The slide showcases the image of Carl Scheafer. The chosen artwork for translation is Storm Over the Field. It's a depiction of a field in Hanover, Ontario, Canada, painted in the year 1937. The medium of the painting is oil on canvas, and for a fact that Scheafer painted the same painting later with watercolor on canvas. The dimensions are 68.3 cm in height and 94.6 cm in width. It is currently not on view in any museum. I'll be describing the artwork now. It's a simple composition, low undulating hills covered by fenced-off grain and stubble fields which leads the eye back to a horizon line about midway up the canvas, above which is a dark and cloudy sky. The overall colors are subtle greens, browns, yellows, grey and black. The painting has captured a disturbing mood of a storm blows up over the field. Much of the dramatic nature of this landscape is achieved by the contrast of dark and light. Such strong contrasts are characteristic of Carl Scheafer's style. In this painting, the sky conveys an unsettled stormy mood and the light areas possesses an unreal brilliance. The sky above the horizon is made up of solid yet abstract blocks of cloud which is black on the underside but the small openings in between where light shines through. Behind them is a greyish layer, then an almost flat black sky along the horizon, broken only a slim area of the light, the left corner, which has a strange and frightening effect because of its fantastic nature. The field of the foreground gives the viewer a sensation of movement as the brush strokes eye to the flowing fields in the middle and background in the canvas. The field is filled with yellow and green haze and some rustic wooden fences which are uneven in size. The storm is even more threatening because of the unnatural but brilliant light which gives the composition an otherworldly feeling. This feeling might be described as visionary. Such a feeling emanates from the paintings of Paul Nash and early Butchfield. Its view is also the expansive of the group of seven. The subject is smaller, more familiar, and more intimate. The brushwork is finer, as it would be not in group canvas, but the overall effect is grand. And this is an end to the audio description. The reason why I chose this artwork was because I could directly connect with it. I'm a fond lover of nature. Through the image, though the image is a depiction of stormy weather, I could sense the calmness in it because of the amazing contrasting colors and lighting. It instantly makes me wish to go to the field and enjoy the scenic view and stormy weather. The senses which I will be activating through this participatory video would be vision, sound, smell, and touch. My translation is based on the concept of biophilia, the concept I learned from the book called Multisensory Museums. Biophilia hypothesis suggests that humans possesses a tendency to seek connection with nature and other form of life. Human need for nature is not only material but emotional, spiritual, and cognitive. Being closer to nature helps humans to release stress and relax our mind. The slide portrays two images of fresh leaves. My idea for multisensory experience is to create an immersive space for a participant to walk in and enjoy the artwork. The slide represents the sketches of two concepts I have thought of. Within this space, participant would be able to interact with different elements which will help to activate the senses which I will describe further in the video. As I'm working remotely for this project, I created a small scale down low fidelity prototype to showcase how the entire space would look like. Please have a look at the prototype while you enjoy the stormy sound of wind blowing over the fields. The entire space consists of different elements to stimulate the senses, as you can see in the video. The painting clearly divides into two parts with bright side of the field and dark side. To have a similar effect, I try to set up the contrasting lighting effect with an overall environment being dark to have a frightening effect of the storm, stimulating the visual experience. The ambient sound of stormy wind blowing over the field and chirping of birds along with wind blowing in the space will help the participant to activate the senses of hearing and touch respectively. The painting depicts the farmland filled with grass and dried hay all over. To have a similar effect, I incorporated the setup of space for participants to feel the texture of grass, hay, and rustic wooden fences while they walk around in the rubble flooring in this immersive space. This will help to stimulate the sense of touch and textures. This space will let participants relax with natural elements and unwind themselves. To enjoy the textures with touch and to activate the sense of smell, I would like you to participate in the activity along with the video. I would like you to feel the textures of grass, hay, and the twigs which you have in hand. Enjoy the smooth and rough textures of the same. Along with it, you can enjoy the texture of mud as well. Now, to activate the sense of smell, I would like you to pour some water in the mud you have and smell it. Does the smell of petrichor remind you of certain stormy day? I'll share a few seconds for you to stimulate your senses of sound, smell, and texture while you have a look at the artwork.
With this, we come to an end of the video. I hope you could participate in the activity and stimulate your different senses. While I take a leave, I would like to know from all of you. Did the activity and translation help you travel to certain memory or relax your mind? Please share your stories and suggestions on how you could relate to the artwork by commenting below. Thank you all for joining me in today.
Here is the list of references used to present in the video. I would like to thank Melissa Smith for giving us this amazing opportunity. Thank you again for your time.